Oh boy, the Jets have done it again. They fumbled on another good player, this time failing to agree on a contract with Haason Reddick. We're diving into why the Jets just can't get it right. All right, Jet fans, pull up a chair, strap in. Haason Reddick, the star pass rusher they traded for this last offseason, is officially holding out of training camp. Why, you ask? Because the Jets front office, led by Joe Douglas, has once again fumbled the ball on a crucial contract negotiation. Reddick made it crystal clear that he wanted a new deal when the Eagles traded him to the Jets, but here we are, with Reddick skipping camp and racking up $50,000 fines per day. But hey, should we really be surprised? This is the same front office that thought Zach Wilson was the next franchise quarterback, only to watch him flounder and cost them games with his poor performance and worse, his poor attitude. And let's not forget their brilliant plan to not secure a reliable backup for Aaron Rodgers last year, resulting in a season hanging by a thread after his injury in Week 1. Gang Green thought they could bridge the gap during the offseason or minicamp, but clearly they could not. This is the same team that lost Bryce Huff in free agency and desperately needed Reddick to fill the void. Yet they're now faced with the possibility that Reddick might not even take the field. So you have to ask the question, how did we get here? The Jets traded for Haason Reddick, fully aware that he wanted a new contract. Did you hear me on that? Fully aware that he wanted a new contract. Reddick was vocal about his desire for a bump in pay given his stellar production. He was due $14.25 million in base salary this year, which is a bargain for a Pro Bowl pass rusher of his caliber. The Eagles didn't want to meet his demands, so they shipped him off to New York. And what did Joe Douglas do? He sat on his hands and assumed Reddick would play nice and report to camp without a new deal. Guess what? He assumed wrong. But let's be real. This is the Jets we're talking about. The same organization that, after seeing Zach Wilson flounder his rookie year, thought Joe Flacco and Mike White were solid backup flanks. Now, shout out to Flacco for what he did with the Browns, but let's be real. They didn't even consider bringing in a more reliable veteran quarterback, and it cost them dearly when Wilson proved he wasn't ready for prime time. Now, we're watching history repeat itself. The Jets made a move to fill a gap left by Bryce Huff, but without securing Reddick's commitment through a new contract, they're right back in the same precarious position. And let's not forget, Reddick is willing to eat those hefty $50,000 fines per day to make his point. That's how serious he is about this. If it's a clear signal that he won't be back down until he gets what he deserves. And what's the Jets' response so far? It's unbelievable. It's crickets. The first day of training camp has more headlines about who's not there than who is. It's a distraction in what should be a put up or shut up year for the Jets, especially with Aaron Rodgers under center. The last thing this team needs is more drama, but the front office seems incapable of avoiding it. So what's the takeaway here? The Jets front office, led by Joe Douglas, has again shown its incompetence. They know Haason Reddick wanted a new deal, yet they traded for him without securing one. This isn't just a minor oversight, it's a monumental screw-up, and it has the potential to derail the Jets' season before it even starts. With Aaron Rodgers returning and the team poised to make a playoff run finally, the last thing the Jets need is this kind of distraction. Reddick's holdout is a clear signal of his dissatisfaction, which could have been easily avoided with better management. Instead, the Jets are now scrambling, and the fans are left shaking their heads, wondering if this team can ever get it right. Gang Green has a history of turning potential triumphs into train wrecks, and this situation with Reddick is just the latest example of those. If the Jets want to break their cycle of mediocrity, guess what? They need to start making smarter decisions. Until then, it's more of the same old story for New York's most beleaguered franchises. Simple. Fans don't deserve it. The people of New York and New Jersey don't deserve it. It's time for a change, is it not? That's all for this NFL Unfiltered. What do you think about the Jets situation? Tell me, am I right? Am I wrong? Leave a comment down below, and be sure to subscribe to the Sportsnaut NFL YouTube channel. And for more on this story and more, check out sportsnaut.com. For Sportsnaut, I'm Scott Gilbranson.